Amendments versus addendums. What's the difference? Many professionals use the terms amendment and addendum interchangeably. Both relate to modifying an existing contract, but legally, the terminology matters less than the procedure used to make the change. Understanding the distinction reduces drafting risk, especially when contracts are already signed and in force. What is an amendment? An amendment changes something that already exists in the contract. It replaces, deletes, or revises specific clauses. For example, you might amend payment terms, adjust timelines, or modify liability limits. The original agreement remains valid except for the specific provisions that are revised. What is an addendum? An addendum works differently. Instead of changing existing language, it adds new provisions to the agreement. For example, adding new services, extending scope, or including a new compliance requirement. An addendum supplements the contract. It doesn't rewrite what's already there. Why the modification clause matters most. Here's what really matters. Most contracts include a modification clause. This clause sets out how changes must be made, usually requiring written form and signatures from both parties. If you don't follow that procedure, the modification may not be enforceable. The terminology is secondary. Compliance with the contract is critical. Common risks in practice. In practice, problems arise when parties rely on informal changes, emails attempting to modify signed agreements, verbal confirmations that contradict written terms, or beginning performance before the amendment is properly executed. These shortcuts often create unnecessary legal uncertainty. Best practice for contract modifications. Before modifying a contract, always review the modification clause. Clearly states whether the document is an amendment or an addendum. Reference the original agreement, including its title and date, and ensure both parties sign before relying on the change. A clean document trail protects everyone involved. Key takeaway. In summary, an amendment revises existing terms. An addendum adds new provisions, but the most important factor is whether the change complies with the contract's required procedure. Clarity and proper execution prevent disputes before they arise. This is general information only, not legal advice.